My name is Juan Castaneda, 36 years old. This is my 11th fire season and 9th on a hotshot crew. I guess I was trying to do the whole fire thing, and it didn't originally start out with the Forest Service. I wanted to get in with the municipal fire department. I'm from Southern California. I was born and raised there, and wanted to do LA City Fire. And I went to community college out there and took all the fire courses, and went and got my EMT license, and started doing all the steps. Took the physical test to get into the academy and all, and then it just kind of hit me one day when I applied for a job. They had 3 job openings in the city of Long Beach, and I think they said about 7,000 people showed up to apply. And that's kind of when I realized I probably wasn't ever going to get into one of those municipal departments. It's a lot of competition out there, and most definitely a lot smarter people than than me out there. So I kind of took a different route and started looking into the wildland thing. I did one season on a Type 2 crew, and I hated it. I hated it. Swore I'd never do it ever again. And I did about 6 months on an ambulance, and figured, hey, if I do 6 months, I can get into paramedic school and at least do the medical part. And realized I wasn't good with blood and body fluids and all, so it wasn't working for me. It was not going to happen. So I had to get back, and I had to find a job, really. And I put in my application, do some winter work, and I got picked up by Bear Divide Hotshots to do some thinning with them. And it wasn't so. It was during the winter. It was during the winter time, so it wasn't hotshot firefighting stuff. So we did a lot of chipping and road brushing and stuff like that. And hanging out with those guys, I realized that it was a different world. The hotshot crew and the Type 2 world were just not the same. And they suggested I put my application into to the apprenticeship program. I did, and I had no clue what was going on with the Forest Service at that time, but they had what they called the Hispanic Resolution going on at that time. So pretty much, if you had a Spanish, Mexican sounding name, you were going to get hired. And sure enough, I got hired. They made me rank forests from 1 to 12 or whatever the forest count in California is, and I obviously picked all the neighboring forests and to LA first, and then just kind of worked my way north, numbering them, and I think Modoc was number 12 for some reason, or 10. And that's who picked me up. I got a call from the Modoc, said, hey, we have an apprenticeship position for you. If you want it, we'd like to offer it to you. And I didn't know what the Modoc was, and I said, let me look into it. I'll get back to you. How long do I have? She said, well, you have 3 days, but we'd like to know as soon as you can. Yes. So I did that. Jumped on Google, looked up the Modoc, and saw it was 12 hours away from where I was living now, and I thought long and hard about it, and I don't know what the deciding factor was. Maybe just like the dead end thing on the ambulance. Knew I didn't want to do it. It was I'd never been out of Los Angeles. I think I might have took a trip to New York once. In that time I was about 25 or 26 years old, and I guess I was looking for something new. Not really knowing I was looking for something new, but I'm looking for something new. And I called them back, said, yeah, I'll take it. And drove up there, and they put me on the hotshot crew. And I didn't know, at that point, what a hotshot crew was, other than it was a Type 2 crew, which I was familiar with, but with more experience, I guess. I don't know. I really don't. I can't remember what I thought about hotshot crews at that point, but I remember telling them, I said, I'm not ready to be on a hotshot crew. You know, this is, I'm not ready. You know, and anything else I can do? Nope, you're going to be on the hotshot crew with them. The superintendent's really good. His name is Greg Keller. He's been around for a long time, and he'll teach you what you need to know. And I said, okay, fine. And yeah, I showed up. I don't know if you know where Canby, California is, but it's far northeast California, maybe about half an hour north or half an hour south of the Oregon border, and another half hour west of the Nevada border. So it was the far northeast corner of California, and I'm a city boy. Had no clue what I was getting into. Show up to this desert town with 20 people that were just not very nice at all. And I thought about quitting every single time I was there. Every day I woke up, I thought I was going to quit. This is my last day here. I'm not going to be here. I miss home. And then getting on fires, I was not ready. You know, hiking, being on my feet that long, the work. You know, it was no place for a first-year firefighter at all. And I don't know what kept me in it, why I stayed so long. But I always tell people I've never been one for quitting much. So I stuck it out, and 11 years later, I'm a Hotshot Squad Boss. So yeah, it's something kept me there, and it panned out for me. I'm working just fine now. It's looking to become a captain one day, hopefully next year or two. So, yeah, just kind of a long, hard road. I wouldn't recommend for anybody. You know, if they're looking to get into fire, you know, start off on an engine on a Type 2 crew. Definitely not. Don't take the route I did. You know, they offered me a job on a hotshot crew, and I took it because I needed a job, but not the smartest thing.